So today we will be talking about our anti-frizz and shine line. So today's objectives are understanding the benefits of our anti-frizz and shine line, explaining the benefits of Juvexin, reviewing the GK Hair professional and retail products like our leave-in conditioner hairspray, our serum argan oil, curls to fine hair cream, and thermal style hair cream. So I'm just going to adjust the camera so that you can see here. This is my model. I just want to give you a little background on her hair. So she has virgin curly hair. She likes to wear it curly about 75% of the time. And on occasion, we do straighten her hair for length checks, but 100% of the time, she wants her hair to be frizz free. So at the shampoo bowl, I shampooed her hair with our pH Plus shampoo, which is this one right here, the pH Plus shampoo. And then I went in with our moisturizing shampoo. And she's currently under the steamer with the moisturizing conditioner. I just wanted that to penetrate really well into her hair. We don't do treatments very often. I'll say maybe quarterly. So this is just to soften her hair so that we can do the styles that we're looking to achieve today. So the moisturizing duo is a hydrating shampoo and conditioner that transforms dry, brittle hair, leaving it soft, weightless, damage-free. It's best for normal to dry or coarse hair. It's infused with Juvexin, natural seed oils, natural plant extracts, and natural grain extracts. So these 4 ingredients work together to promote soft, smooth, moisturized, hydrated, and healthy hair. Okay, and the reason why I use the pH Plus shampoo as well is because I wanted to make sure that I could remove any product buildup from her hair, such as curl gel, oils, wax, etc. So I like to always start with my pH Plus shampoo for cleansing, and then I like to go in with my moisturizing duo. So she's been steaming, I'm going to say, for about 15 minutes now. You can see the steamer turned off. So I am going to take a second just to rinse the product out of her hair, towel dry her, and then we'll move her over to the styling chair where I'll section her and I will show you how to use our anti-frizz line. Okay, so let me walk over here. So as you can see, her hair is nice and soft. It's very easy to finger detangle. She has a beautiful curl pattern. So I'd like to show you how we can use the anti-frizz line to, you know, pretty much accentuate her curls and to get her a straight look with our thermal style hair cream. So let me rinse this out really quickly. Her hair is pretty healthy. It's virgin. There's no color. But for your clients that have color, I would recommend maybe going in with one of our masks. And that way they can have the ultimate hydration, softness of their hair, smoothness. Okay, and how does that feel for you? Does the water feel okay?
Yeah, it feels good.
Okay, perfect. Your hair smells amazing already. So when we get over to the styling chair, I'm going to section her hair and I want to show you a few different techniques. I'm going to show you a curly look. I'm also going to show you a sleek look with the flat iron. We're going to use the thermal style hair cream for that. So let me towel dry her. Was that relaxing for you? The steam
Yes.
treatment?
Just what I needed today.
All right, let's sit up some. Right, and we can head on over to the other chair. Okay, so let me adjust the camera so we can see what's going on a little bit closer. Let's see. Okay. Can everyone see her? Now there we go.
Yes, yes,
You can see her okay?
yes, okay.
Okay.
Let's start.
So I'd like to demonstrate how to properly use our styling products to combat frizz and define curls when you wash and go, palm press, coil, or whatever CGM method you like to use. So I'm going to start by sectioning her hair. I think we're going to stick with just 3 sections. 1 section for the coil, 1 section for the palm press, and then 1 section for the thermal styling. Okay, and her hair pretty much already feels detangled, but I will still go in with my lock method. Okay, so with this hair type, you really don't want to leave it in a bush. You really want to section it, contain the hair, control the hair. You don't want it to dry up curly, and then you're not going to get the desired result. We want to keep it damp for when we are trying to define her curls. So 3 sections I think will be good. All right, and then 1 more section. All right, so has everyone heard of the lock method? The lock method, it stands for liquid, oil, and cream, and it indicates the sequence that you should use to apply your leave-in products. So the first product that you should apply would be your liquid, and our liquid would be our leave-in conditioning cream, leave spray. So I'll start with this section. A little goes a long way. I'm just going to detangle this some. Second step in the lock process would be the oil. So I've gone in with my leave-in conditioning spray. Now I'm going to seal that in with my serum argan oil. A little goes a long way. I really do love the way that the serum argan oil smells. It smells so good. right? And so last but not least, I'm going to go in with my curls to find her cream. So for this section, we're going to work on her CGM, okay? We're working on the curly girl method right here. So the curly girl method that I'm going to use, I'm going to start with a palm press. If you prefer wash and go, that works, but this requires a little bit more effort. So I'm going to show you how I would do that and how we can combat frizzes with this process. Okay. All right, I'm going to take a hefty section there. Okay, so you can see, let me lower this down some. There we go. Okay, so you can see her natural curl pattern. She has beautiful springy curls. So let's say she's having a lazy day or she's in a rush. We're going to go in and we are just going to palm press her curls, give it some definition. And the best way for me to do that is to detangle it the way that I did. And then I'm using my palms to press this into her hair. Can you see this method? This is one of the easiest methods that you can use to enhance her curl or define her curl. So already that looks so much better. I'm gonna see if I can zoom in just a little bit so that you can see the shine that automatically, shows up when we use this product. So I'm going to go in with another section. Once you palm press, you really don't have to mess with it. You want to let it air dry or sit under a hood dryer. Once it's 100% dry, you can pluck it, you can pull it, you can do whatever it is that you want to. But the whole point is for her to have a frizz-free style. And in order to do that, you pretty much have to apply the product and then just leave it alone. Okay, going in with a little bit more product. I'm gonna evenly distribute that, and then I'm going to use my hands to palm press. And this will help tame her curls. And my client, she does not like to do anything that's high maintenance. She likes low maintenance. So this is the perfect technique for her. And you can just see how those curls are bouncing. They look amazing. Let me come in a little bit closer. Can everyone see that? The way that her curls are behaving?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I'm gonna go in with one more section. Just gonna brush this through. I feel like a lot of curly girls are discouraged from wearing their hair curly because it does look frizzy. It can look dry, but there are steps that you can take to moisturize your hair and create shiny, defined curls. Does not have to be very hard. So I'm stretching this section and then I'm palm pressing. And there we go. Shiny, beautiful curls. Absolutely love that. Looks beautiful. Actually, I'm going to do one more section. Are there any questions on the palm press? And to my client, have you used this palm press method before at home?
Yeah, it's the fastest.
Yeah, definitely. It's very simple, easy to do if you're in a rush. Press that in. Those curls look beautiful. Love that. So this would be her wash and go. This is what that would look like. I'm going to spin her.
Hello.
Yes.
Okay, everything's fine.
Okay, so my next method is going to be a coiled method, okay? This is something that is a little bit more time consuming at home, but this is the best technique to reduce frizz using all of the products that I mentioned, the serum or argan oil, the leave-in conditioning spray, the curls define her. All of these curls work together. There's no film that's left over when you use this technique. So I'm going to go in, add a little bit more of our curls definer cream. I will press that into her hair. So this one may be a little tricky for some, but I basically go in with organic partings. Let me lower this down so you can see. Organic partings, and I pretty much finger coil her hair. Look at that. That gives her a much defined curl. It gives her a little bit more length. There's more shrinkage over here when we use the palm method, but you can see that she does have more length when we go in with the finger coil method. So I've applied the curls define her cream to this subsection, and I'm just going to go in with my fingers and continuously coil this hair with my fingers. This is the easiest way for my clients to do this at home. And voila. I don't know if you can see that curl, but basically this accentuates her natural curl pattern. I'm gonna go in with a few more. For my stylist, I have an easier method. I prefer a comb coil. I feel like it works a little bit faster. It's a little bit neater, but you know, to each his own. You have to do what works best for you and your client. So I like to use the lock method. That works best for me. I know that there are others that like to use the LCO method, which would mean that you would apply the oil last. My recommendation is if you like to apply the oil last, I would apply that after the hair is dry as a finisher. Okay, are there any questions about the finger coil?
No, right now, no, not have any question. I'll ask you if we have any question.
Okay. So these are just great tips to know if you have a diverse clientele. You have clients that come in with curly hair, you're not so sure what to do. These are a couple of options. You know, you can also two-strand twist. You can offer a flat twist. If that doesn't work, you can go in and just apply flexi rods. Whatever it is that works best for you and your client. So I'm taking another subsection here. And for my next subsection, I'm just going to demonstrate what it looks like to use a comb coil method. For me, this is the easiest technique. It's less time consuming. So I'm going to go in and add some more of the Curls to Fine Hair cream. But first, I need a little water. Carly, are you able to reach that water over there? Thank you. All right, so the key to perfect curls is just making sure that the hair is damp. You don't want it to be too dry or the curls won't form the way that you're hoping they will. Okay, so I'm adding more of the Curls to Fine Hair cream to this section, and I'm going to show you how we can create a comb coil. I don't spend time making the comb coil too tight, but to each his own, whatever works best for you and your client. So I am combing out my first subsection, and I like to lock the comb at the root. And then we're pretty much going in and we are twisting the hair. This usually gives the perfect spiral. Once it dries 100%, this technique can be plucked out because as you can see, and we zoom in, this gives like a nice spiral curl, but when you pluck it out, it looks amazing. So I'm going to finish that row for you of comb coils. Again, I'm starting at the root. And we're just going to twist this all the way down to the very end. You can make them tighter if you prefer. But yeah, we just like to keep it natural. We're not worried too much about shrinkage. We just want it to look nice. We want it to be frizz-free. Here we go. Another bouncy spiral curl that can easily be plucked out after it's 100% dry. So this is something that you can sleep in overnight, and you can pluck this out in the morning. If not, you can sit under a hood dryer and let the magic happen. And then if you compare, the finger coil doesn't look much different from the comb coil. The comb coil has a little bit more structure to it, but ultimately you'll have very, very similar results. So you just have to do what works best for you as a stylist, or as a client. And there are many other methods for you to curl your hair. You can go in and add two-strand twists. You can use flexi rods, whatever it is that you prefer. But I figured I would demonstrate these easy methods, something that would be easy for the client to do at home. So when this dries, it can air dry, or you can sit under a hood dryer. Once this dries, there will be a light cast. That way you'll know that it is completely dry. And at that point, you can take each subsection, you can pluck it out to make it as big as you'd like. I know some people don't like to pluck it out. They like to see the coils, and that's fine too. You have to do what works best for you. So it's important to follow the lock method to apply your products. This increases moisture retention. Some people also go, with the LCO, but either way, this is a great way for you to lock that moisture into the hair so that you can have curly, bouncy, shiny coils. You know what? I'll add one more just in case, just so that you can see. A lot of times, our curly girls are looking to see if the products they're using have some type of slip, something that's going to make it easier for them to two-strand their hair or flat twist their hair. For their, washing those styles. So let me clip this up. And I'll just give you a sneak peek of how well this works with the two-strand. For me, I don't like my products that I use for two-strand twists, coils, palm presses. I don't like them to be too sticky or, too greasy. This product does not feel greasy at all. The Curls Define Hair Cream does not feel greasy at all. It feels more like a leave-in conditioner. This is great. Let me add a little bit more of my product. Okay, I'm just going to show you a quick two-strand twist, not a flat twist. This is just something that you may be interested in seeing. Okay, so with this, I have the slip, I have the shine, and I can just go in and split that in half. And we're pretty much two-strand twisting this. You can two-strand twist the entire head. You can wear it for a week as a style. And then once you're done with that, you can go ahead and pluck it out and you have the perfect curly locks. And then once I get to the bottom of the section, I like to comb out the ends and do a finger coil just to kind of lock it in, add that additional curl. So let me bring you a little closer so you can see my two-strands twist. This is a method that you can do for a twist out if you prefer that type of look. But these products are amazing. Like, they're not greasy, they're not crunchy. These are perfect if you want a soft curl. All right, so we are done with this section because I just wanted to give you a snippet of how this works. Okay, so I just wanted to take a second to go over the leave-in products that I used. So the leave-in conditioner spray is developed to tame unruly hair. while reinforcing its strength. So let me show you what product that is right now. This one, this is so easy to apply. I do like the cream as well, but this just makes it so much easy for me to have even distribution around the head. So it's a perfect pre-styling leave-in. It detangles, it eliminates frizz. You know, this is our anti-frizz class, so this is what that does. It smooths and adds shine to your hair in just a few sprays. The lightweight conditioning works for all hair types. All you have to do is section, spray, and style. And that's exactly what we did. We used this as our foundation. We sectioned the hair, we sprayed this throughout the hair, and then we added the other products that we needed to accomplish our goal today. If your client does not easily detangle with the spray, I will say I've had great experience with the leave-in cream. The leave-in cream is just a little bit thicker, but it's really amazing when it comes to detangling. It's pain-free for my client. We don't have to worry about her jumping out of the chair in pain. That leave-in conditioner cream works miracles. But for something like this, where I need to be able to evenly distribute the hair, this is just much easier for me to use. So if okay. So we're going to talk about how to maintain your style at home, but I will say that the leave-in spray works very well as a curl refresher between shampoos. So when she goes home and she's ready to pluck this out, but she feels like, you know, it's a little dry, it needs a little water, don't run straight to just, you know, regular tap water. Use this to help define and, you know, your curls, you know. All right, what's next up? The Curls Definer hair cream is developed for smooth, defined locks and curls. So this cream is a master defrizzer. It tames your flyaways and it smooths your tresses. So that's what I have been using over here. These products aren't sticky. They all feel like leave-in conditioning creams, but they get the job done. I don't like sticky hair. I don't like crunchy hair, so this is definitely a go-to for my curly girls. All right. So we all know that there are very many CGM curly girl methods that you can use, but this is just to give you an overall idea about how this product works. Okay, you can see the shine, you can see the moisture retention. Her hair is nice and bouncy. You know what I mean? It looks great. And it also helps that she has healthy hair. She takes care of it very well. All right. So let's see what else we need to cover today. So I hope I've answered a lot of the questions that you may have had. Like, you know, does this product add shine? Absolutely. Her hair looks very shiny. Normally she has dull hair. She has like a dull natural black hair and it tends to look dry, sometimes frizzy. So yes, this is a plus. This adds shine. Another thing that you might be wondering is, does this product have a slip to it? Yes, and these products work very well together when using the lock method, okay? There's gonna be no flaking. You don't see anything that looks white. A little bit goes a long way. You do not have to use a ton of products with this. So before I move on to the thermal styler cream, Is there any question on the Curls Define Hair Cream?
No, everything is fine. Just turn the camera. Your model is not visible to us.
Okay, let me see if I can back it up a little bit.
Okay.
How's that?
It's fine now.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to spin her so that you can see the last quadrant. And for the last quadrant, we're going to get her nice and straight, nice and sleek. We don't do it often, but when we do, she can't stop shaking her head. All right, so final quadrant right here. And these curls over here, they're starting to air dry. I'm gonna say they're about 30% of the way dry, so we don't want to mess with that too much. We're just gonna let that process, let it air dry, and then maybe once it's all dry, I can show you some of the results for that. So I'm going in with my thermal style hair cream. We've already used the lock method. You know, I went in with the leave-in conditioner. I will make it a point to add a little bit more of the argan oil serum. And this just helps to soften her hair. So the thermal style hair cream, that's what I'm gonna add next because we're actually gonna press this hair out straight. She does not straighten her hair often, right? So sometimes it's difficult, sometimes it wants to revert, sometimes it's frizzy, but today we're gonna make sure that none of that happens with her hair. So the thermal styling cream puts an end to heat damage while nourishing your hair strands with the goodness of high performance super ingredients. This 2-in-1 heat protectant hair cream also boosts softness and shine in the hair. Okay, it works for all hairstyle, all hair types, and it also boosts softness and shine in your hair. So, let's see. This can also help straightening without weighing the hair down. So I'm actually going to separate this into 2 sections. I'm just going to use a pea size in each section. I don't want to overdo it because this product, a little goes a long way. We don't want to oversaturate the hair. One second. Let me open this. All right, so this is her thermal style hair cream. And this is going to protect the hair against heat damage. I'm just going to start with a little bit. I used the nickel size. You're probably not going to need much more than that. And I'm just adding this to these strands. And then one thing that I like to do before the hair completely dries out, I like to add a 2-strand twist. Keeps it from detangling. Okay, and then one more section. I'm going to add the thermal style hair cream too. This is one of those products that if you use too much, if you're heavy-handed with your product application, you don't need to do that for this. A little goes a long way. Alrighty. Just gonna use a clip to clip this section out of the way. I'm just going to take this off of you. Okay. All right, so I'm going to go in and blow dry her hair. I'm going to give her a nice, sleek, anti-frizz, frizz-free look with her hair, and then I will go over it with the flat iron so that you can see the overall result. So when I blow dry my client's hair, I like to use minimum tension. So what I'm doing is I'm going in, kind of locking her hair at the root. Let me move the camera down just a little. There we go. Locking her hair at the root. I don't like to use a round brush on natural hair unless I'm going in with a taming treatment. So I'm currently blow drying our leave-in cream, followed by our serum argan oil. And last but not least, I have added our thermal style. I want to create a nice smooth foundation so that when I go in with the flat iron, I'm not having to do way too much work to get her hair straightened. And Carly, are you feeling any pain at all associated with the blow dry? So we all know that the blow drying is the most important part before we straighten or press out our client's hair. We need to have a nice, smooth blow dry with high tension. The thermal style hair product works really well to reduce any frizz, and it does so without weighing her hair down. So believe it or not, she does have thick hair, but her hair strands are very fine. So we have to be careful with the amount of heat that we're using on her hair. And what techniques were used in washing the hair? I choose not to use a round brush when blow drying this hair. I don't want an excessive amount of tension. I am using tension, but this is a lot less painful for my client. So for those of you who may have just joined, are you familiar with these products? The Thermal Style Hair Cream, the Curls Define Hair Cream. Do you have any reservations about using these products? What I like about the Thermal Style Hair is as I'm blow drying, it doesn't feel greasy. It does not feel heavy. It's perfect. All of these products work together so well. And you just have to find out which of these products work best for you and your hair type. Okay, so we are almost done blow drying this section. And then I'll demonstrate just how easy it is to flat iron her hair. You can do so many different styles with her hair. Alright, so as you can see, we blow dried her hair into a nice smooth foundation, which will make it a lot easier for us to flat iron her hair. Okay, so our hair looks nice and smooth. Now we're going to move on to the finishing touches. Okay. And just remember that a little goes a long way with the thermal style hair cream. You do not need to overdo it. You don't want your hair to look stiff because you've added way too much product to the hair. So I'm starting off with a small subsection, maybe a ½ inch. And I am going to warm up the flat iron to a medium heat setting. We are going to work with 370. Let's see what that does for us. Her hair is fine. And again, like, we don't want any curl damage. So we will start with this today. Okay. So I'm taking small subsections. I'm going to flat iron her hair with the medium heat setting. And then I always follow the comb with my flat iron. So let me show you that method. Let me adjust the camera. Let's see. So that you can see. Okay, so first I like to hit the roots. No one wants squishy roots, so you can't leave those out. Then I'm going in with my comb. And then I follow the comb with my flat iron. And that gives me a nice sleek look. Let me do this one more time so that you can see this a lot better. Okay. So you can see how smooth this looks. Over there. Let's do one more section so that you can see what we're working with. Okay, turn her around so that you can see a little bit better. But the way that we blow dry, her hair is already pretty straight. I'm not sure if you can see that, so I'm just going in to reinforce that. And then I'm using my comb, and I'm following the comb with the flat iron. I love the days that she comes in for the service because we can go in and trim her dead ends, which helps with her length retention. Definitely can't let that go. As you can see, there's no frizz here. I can even move closer if you need to. See, let's turn the windows down. Alrighty, so now you can see the shine and how sleek this is. Alrighty. These are all methods. They just need the right tools. They need the right products. And maybe a quick tutorial on how to use them properly. From what I've noticed, these products do not use or leave any film or any residue on the hair. You can see that her hair is nice and sleek, nice and shiny. And again, my flat iron is not on the full high heat. It looks like I am at, I want to say 410. Some of my buttons have worn off, so it's hard to see. I use this flat iron very often, but it does look like we're working at 410 to straighten her hair. Of course, if your client has thinner hair, finer hair, color treated hair, you can go ahead and lower the temperature that you're using on your flat iron. You do not want to burn our clients. You want to keep their hair nice and silky and smooth. So this looks great. I don't know if you can see the shine right there, but her hair looks amazing. So every single step that I went over today matters. You want your hair, your client's hair to be detangled. You want to make sure that you are leaving in products using the lock method. You want to make sure that you are properly blow drying the hair. And last but not least, you want a nice, smooth, flat iron. Her shrinkage is real. Just looking over on the right side of her head, it looks a lot shorter, but when we press it out, it looks a lot longer. So we'll see which side she prefers, because after this class, we're gonna have to get her back in shape. Unless she's looking to do, you know, one curly and one side straight. Has everyone that's watching, you know, anyone in the chat, are you unfamiliar with any of the products that I used today? Okay, so this is the side that is pressed out. That looks beautiful. At some point, we may need to trim the ends. But I am going to finish her off with just a little bit more of our serum argan oil. I love to use this as a finisher. And again, it adds a lot more shine. And I feel like the process that I used to blow dry out her hair gave me a nice smooth foundation. I don't like to use a round brush. I feel like it's just tension overload. We still want to consider the health of her hair. Even though it looks like curly hair is strong, most of her hairs are very fine. And this is probably something that you can't see, but her hairs are extremely fine. So we don't need to do too much to her hair for her to have the style that she's interested in having. So what do we do over here? Let me spin you around. So again, we have, and these are finger coils back here. And let's see what our comb coils look like. Let's do some comb coils over here. If the client's hair begins to dry up, very easy, just spray a little water in her hair, because if it's already drying and it's already frizzy, you're not going to get the result that you were looking for. You see where I put the clothes to find her? Oh, actually, no, I was so relaxed. Not paying attention to that. So weird. Oh, here it is. It's slid onto the floor. So just over here, in case I did not show you the comb coil, I'm just going to go over that one more time. And this is for all of my curly girls. Just know that when you are using our GK hair products, you have a lot of options as far as styling products. So there's so much that you can do. You can two-strand twist. You can use flaxie rods, whatever it is that you like to do to define your curl. So again, for the comb coil, we're coming in. And we are defining curls that way. And just so you know, like when you're working with clients that have thicker hair, curlier hair, coarser hair, be gentle with it. You know what I mean? You don't have to use an excessive amount of heat. That just blow fries it pretty much. You just have to be gentle with it. There we go. So believe it or not, these 4 products can create multiple looks. So I challenge all of you at home to try these products out. Try them on your clients, try them on yourself, and just let me know. How does this work for you? This is not a sticky product. I believe when it's blow dried, it does have a slight cast, but it's nothing over the top. It's super easy to just add some serum argan oil to your fingers and pretty much distribute it throughout the hair on those curls. So I just want to talk about the at-home care maintenance. So this is more so about the curls. You know, you might leave the salon and you have these curls and you're wondering, what in the world do I need to do to keep this, to make this last, right? So I would suggest using a silk or satin pillowcase at home. This protects your hair from tangles, frizz, knots, breakage, damage. You know, you can use a silk satin pillowcase or a silk bonnet to protect your hair from friction while you sleep. Okay, without those things, the pillow will soak up all of your natural oils and you'll wake up with dry hair. You won't understand what's going on. You have to use something that's going to lock that moisture into your hair. Okay. When you're at home and you're trying to maintain some of these curly styles here, you know, they don't look that cute right now, but once they dry 100%, you can absolutely pluck these curls and you can have a nice, full, you know, curly bush. But you know, curly hair is always at the stake of drying out due to its texture. So it's important to deliver extra moisture to your hair every now and again to keep the dryness away. Okay, you can also use our deep conditioner hair mask. You can use that treatment once a week to keep the hair hydrated and moisturized. You can increase or decrease the uses once you determine the moisture needs for your hair. So for my sister, she gets dry right here in the middle. So that is going to be my suggestion for her, is that she starts to incorporate the deep conditioner mask in her everyday curly routine. Okay. Let's see here. I just want to make sure that I'm covering everything on our anti-frizz line. It works well on all hair types, all curl patterns. You just have to figure out what it is that works best for you. And everything, you know, can be used in moderation. You do not have to pump a ton of product in your hair to get the result that you are looking for. So don't overdo it. Your hair might be crunchy. It might leave a residue. You need to use just enough. I'll say about a dime size in each quadrant, if that is what works for you. And again, it depends on the density. It depends on the length of your hair. It depends on your curl pattern overall. Okay, are there any questions?
Chanel, that's pretty much it.
All right.
Yeah,
All
no
right.
questions.
No questions? All right. Well, thank you all for joining me. And I hope you enjoyed today's session. If you have any questions, just feel free to reach out to me on Instagram. I'm at Chanel Stylist _ on Instagram. If you have any questions or concern about the process that I did today or any processes that I've done in the past, I would be so happy to help you with that and to understand the products that we are using, the GK Hair products that we're using for our anti-frizz and for curly versus straight hairstyles. So thank you so much for joining me. I look forward to the next meeting.
Thank you so much for your time, Chanel.
All
Thank
right,
you.
thank you. Have a good one.